The carnival continues to attract horsemen from all over the world. One of them is up-and-coming US trainer Seth Benzel, who has just had his first 2 Dubai runners.
I started off with Bill Mott, and I worked for him for 4.5 years. And then I moved in 2002 to Todd Pletcher. And then I branched off out on my own in May of 2008 and been going ever since. I believe we're the first stable from the United States to bring a string of horses out here for the full carnival. In growing up around the programs of Bill Mott and even Todd Pletcher, I feel like my foundation in both of their stables and the situations they put me in prepared me to take this sort of thing on.
This is Doug Scholar. He ran in Maidan on Thursday night and he finished second. He gave us a surprise. He'd been training well and we were very happy with him. He was fresh and well going into the race, but we didn't think he'd run as well as he did. It was a great run.
Talking to Kieran Fallon before the race, basically we said just let him relax, but I don't think Kieran had much of a choice because this horse, he broke sharply and he probably cleared him by about 2 lengths at one point in the stretch, but then the Godolphin runner put his sights on us and just ran us down the last part of it. Going forward with him, there is a couple of different options. There's shortening him up to 1,000 meters, or there's a stake going a mile. So if we are able to get him to successfully go the 1,000 meters, he'll have the Al-Quaz sprint to be a part of. The one thing that we've encountered here is the lack of pace in some of these races, which is very, very different than what we're used to. Maritimer is really at a disadvantage because he doesn't want to be on the lead, but he needs a pace to run at. So the other night, we let him kick away from there and set the pace himself. He led all the way up until I would say about 100 meters out and then, succumbed to the late charge. But I was really happy with the effort. I think he's going to get a lot out of it. Maritimer is a horse that needs racing. Love to have Maritimer be part of the World Cup night. Where that's exactly going to be, I think is still left open. We've got a number of different opportunities. We even have the turf to entertain. Mikhail Glinka came to us and is likely going to compete throughout the carnival, starting off on February 14th with a handicap, and then moving on there hopefully to the City of Gold, where he competed successfully last year.
He went a mile and 1/8 today, just a nice steady canter, just trying to get him to drop his head and use himself properly, and he's doing it really nice, training really well.
Yeah, when he came into me, initially you could see where over his hind end he needed to fill in a little bit. He needed to use those muscles. So in his training we put a shadow roll on him and just told the rider to try to place his head as low as possible, as low as he's comfortable, because that builds up the hind end. And he's done that. I mean, he's really even changed in the last 2 weeks physically. As far as World Cup night with Mikhail Glinka, we're going to leave it open. Right now, I think he's got a lot of races that are possibly in his wheelhouse. Even the World Cup is a possibility.
This is Dorian, and lovely horse to ride. Really, he's a character. He's a character. He's full of energy, always wants to please you. He's training really well at the moment.
He's a horse that comes into the carnival needing to prove that he belongs. He's a very healthy, enthusiastic horse. He's got a big heart and always tries real hard. So we're looking forward to running him on the 7th. I wouldn't have a lot of experience training on the all-weather. Running on it is one thing, but on a day-to-day basis, for most horses in general, I'd rather train on dirt. There isn't a lot of people that would consider from America coming over here for a winter, but I really think that there's room for people to accept that as an avenue. I think that this is it would be an eye-opener for a lot of people, given the differences in the way the races are run and in the way just the carnival is set up. Guaranteed spots to run in, guaranteed purses is refreshing, and one that I think would appeal to a lot of different people. I'm very pleased that we came. I think it's one of those life experiences that only horse racing can provide. It's been amazing throughout my life. Every time you go around another corner, there's something waiting for you in this game. So very fortunate, very happy to be here, and would love to come back.